Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Jonesboro. We're trying to do a socially distanced but unmasked version of Let's Talk Jonesboro, and we've got Ridgefield Christian School head Matt Brewer with us today. Welcome, Mr. Brewer.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, and you know, Ridgefield Christian School is maybe the most prominent, at least, if not the only, private school option in Jonesboro, and you guys have a pretty good history and have set some standards for schoolwork in Jonesboro. Can you tell us a little bit about what goes on at Ridgefield?
Absolutely, yes, sir. So, we are the only pre-K to 12th grade private Christian school in Jonesboro. You might find elementary schools, but you will not find a place where you can start and finish in a private Christian school environment in Jonesboro, and really in Northeast Arkansas. When I think of Ridgefield and what matters to us and what stands out about Ridgefield is a few things. Our Christian morals and our staff and our investment in our kids and our families. It's really important to us. We don't have excessively big classrooms when it comes to class size. Our ratio of kids to teachers, probably 10 kids to one teacher on average, maybe 9 to 1. And there's just almost unlimited work you can do with a student when you have that time to spend with them. Academically speaking, we are, I would say, the strongest school in this area. We can offer any AP class or college class that you want because we have periods devoted to, they're called independent studies, where students can literally choose, well, I want to take Intro to Theater through ASU. Another one wants to take a history class or some sort of engineering elective class, whatever's offered, where at other schools you may have to have 25 kids sign up to be able to take some sort of concurrent class. We offer students choice at any point in time. They can walk out of our school being a sophomore when they enter college. Our ACT scores, I can go back to 2017, 2018, and just looking at those, we averaged about 24, 25, 26 on the ACT. That's 5 or 6 points above the state average, and in Northeast Arkansas schools. Again, you're talking about your averages good enough to earn several $1,000s in scholarships. And I guess another facet of our school is everyone knows everyone, and everyone gets along, everyone works together. There's not this competition, there's not this belief or this need to try and fit in or do something different to get attention, to feel like you don't belong or do belong. Our kids from all different personalities just work together, and young and old too. COVID has made it more difficult this year for our younger ones and older ones to work together. But again, when you look at Ridgefield and its history, it's been just a very close family unit. And that's, I think, what makes everyone feel so comfortable there. We don't lose a lot of students. We gain, and we kind of just keep everyone in-house because once they feel what it's like to be at Ridgefield, it's just different.
Well, you touched on the issue that we're all dealing with right now and at different levels. And how is it, what have you undertaken to make your classes? I know you're trying to stay in person, and what changes have you made to do that during COVID?
So the lifeblood of our school and its future is staying in person. I think everyone would agree that online digital learning is not nearly as effective as in-person classes, especially for younger students. So in order for us to safeguard that, we've had limited class sizes. We have been able to spread out more than I'd say any school in the area. It may not be 6 feet between every kid, but it's absolutely, spread out more than having chairs backed up to each other. Some classes have put up barriers. When kids enter, before they get out of the vehicle, we check their temperature. Every single kid that enters our building, every single visitor, every single teacher that enters our building, we check their temperature. Because we don't have as many students as other schools, we can do that. They can't. It's just not convenient or effective for them. Right. We also have extended some of our health policies to make sure that we're not doing 24 hours without being sick or fever-free. It's 48 hours now. We're going to give that extra time. We've also been able to improve virtual learning because we're not providing an at-home option full-time. So when we have students that have had to quarantine because they've been around a close contact or something, we basically can turn the computer on, and the teacher that they have typically every day, if it's a high school student, their first period teacher, their second period teacher, if it's a kindergartner or first grader, and that's their teacher that they're very comfortable with, that's who they see. and they see their classmates. I understand that young kids especially become very, I think, lonely and separate from their friends. We haven't lost that sense of community. Beyond that, we've limited parents coming in the building or visitors to what is a necessity. In the past, Ridgefield, one thing I think is very special is we have lots of parents come in that we trust, that come in and eat with their kids, or they're in the classroom helping with this event or this activity. We have all the time do those sort of things. This year, we've asked our parents to just respect the distance, so that we can make sure that we don't have people bringing germs in. And we've hired extra cleaning crews to come in and do extra cleaning each day and on weekends. We have it thoroughly clean on weekends. We've limited events that we normally would do. We just haven't been able to do them. We usually have a spring formal thing that we do, and we're just not able to do those things this year. We've lost a little bit of that life blood that we have, that enjoyable family environment, everybody coming close together. But we've been able to not lose a single day thus far of the school education-wise. We've not lost a single day of in-class learning.
Right.
Up to this point, because we've been careful and we've trusted our families.
And that's part of being careful and having space to do whatever. But like, what's it like for a kid coming to school? What's a kid's day like that's different than the way it used to be?
So this is where I'm exceptionally proud of our staff and our teachers, minus them not being let in by parents at times, especially our pre-K and our kindergarten kids. A lot of times their parents would drop them off the door and have that relationship built more with that teacher. Beyond that, they're staying in their classrooms more. They're not getting to go out and socialize with first grade, with fifth grade or sixth grade at open times such as lunch or at recess. We've limited that. But as far as the typical, say, kindergarten student, comes in the building, puts their stuff in their storage area, they go in the classroom. Yes, they've stayed at their tables more, but luckily, because we've tried to put so many first obstacles in the way to keep them from being in the building if they're not healthy enough to be in there, they haven't seen a huge difference this year, except for a few activities they don't get to do this year, the big stuff. Less opportunities, but I think if you ask most kids, other than the ones in third grade and up that have to wear face masks when they're not in their classroom seats. When they're up moving around in transition time, they have to wear face masks. At lunch, when they're sitting down, they don't. When they're eating in their classroom, I would say most of them would say it's really not that much different.
Well, what type of things have you had to give up? Now, you said the spring.
We have a spring fundraiser, an event where there's a musical going on, where we have parents they purchase tables at this event and they come and watch their kids perform. Or
I
they
won a bicycle at that event, Matt.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Absolutely. See?
Good. Yeah, it's a good
Everybody's
event.
a winner,
It's
apparently.
fundraiser.
So, yes, sir. And we've been able to invite people from the community to be part of it and recognize them and recognize a lot of different people, whether it be police officers in the community, firefighters, or just people in the community that we want to love and support, our pastors. And obviously, I think in the past we've had city employees come down as well. This year we can't do that because you're bringing in so many people, and if we try to space it out, it's just not as doable. We didn't get to have as much of a homecoming. Ridgefield homecoming is an epic event.
I've heard stories.
At other schools, they'll do a skid, and it's 9th grade through 12th grade, and they'll have homecoming court, and that's really it. It's a day.
Right.
There's practices that go outside of school, but it's a day. Ridgefield's an entire week. We have events from skits to floats and parades, and it's 7th grade through 12th grade on homecoming court. And we have a volleyball game, we have a dodgeball game. The little kids come and get to do stuff with the older students and bond and do different things outside and inside. I mean, it's 100% a week long event. They still do their classroom stuff, but they also have that special time with each other. And this year it was really a socially distant homecoming court the night before the game, and then a few of those games where we could spread them out, but elementary and high school didn't get the mix.
Well, I think everyone's experienced some of that to a degree and different degrees, but I think I know because you're a private school, there's a recruiting factor and a getting people to know about Ridgefield. So you're coming upon that time of year right now.
Yes, sir.
So tell me how you're doing it right now.
So as far as activities and events that we normally have to introduce families to Ridgefield, we don't have shadow days or events where we have lots of families bring in their kids and they sit in the classroom with the other students and get to really dig into what it feels like on an average day. We're still doing tours. We're wearing face masks and we're checking your temperature, and walking around and visiting and seeing and meeting people. But we're not having extended time with those families, especially if they want their student to really be immersed for a day. We really haven't been able to do that. And a lot of again, if we wanted to have like an open house night, those look different now than ever before. Luckily, again, a lot of people have looked to us because they're dissatisfied with kind of the current status in their schools because of the extra precautions with social distancing, the amount of students in the classroom, the difficulties in doing online learning. And like I said, our typical day is still pretty normal, and our kids are gaining because of what happened in the spring last year. There's a big gap there that exists for a lot of kids, and I'm proud to say that I can point to a lot of our elementary classes, for example, where we've kind of assessed and kept up with them. We don't see the gaps anymore, and that's a testament to our faculty and our parents, because again, we wouldn't be where we are without the people that are in the building and those teachers. I don't get to say it enough. I'm not where I'm at and had such a fun and enjoyable year in spite of COVID without them. They're awesome.
I speak for Mayor Copenhaver when I say we appreciate so much what all our educators are doing, but Ridgefield Christian School too is taking a key role in educating and being safe during COVID. And I just thank you for coming by to visit with us, and hope to see you again soon, and hope we can get back to work doing things and coming to fundraisers and having dances and basketball games and all the other cool stuff you guys have out there.
Absolutely. On a closing note, where I would like to just say a quick message to any family interested in looking at something different. If you're looking at Ridgefield and you're looking for a place where we connect more one-on-one with students of all ages, we do teach Christian principles in our school, and we will never let go of that. End of story. We believe firmly in that. But also, as we get ready, we're going to start our enrollment in February, and I encourage anyone to reach out to us. Call us at 932-7540, or join our website. Look at it at ridgefieldchristian.org. I promise you I wouldn't be here if I did not believe in it 1,000,000%. I believe in what we're doing. I believe in the school. I believe in the people, and I believe in the families, and I believe Jonesboro needs us.
Jonesboro does need you, and we appreciate you so much and thank you to all your teachers, all your students, and for coming by. He's Matt Brewer. He's the head of Ridgefield Christian School, and we are proud to have him on Let's Talk Jonesboro.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.